ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this moment to say thank you for listening to the Real ResQ podcast. It means a lot to me that you enjoy these stories as much as I do. Since the start of this podcast, we've had a lot of support from all over the world. It has been amazing. Now, we have companies joining our team that also want to say thank you for all that you are doing out there standing the watch. These companies are offering discounts on their products as a way to support the rescue community and those tuning into the Real ResQ podcast. Just go to therealresq.com, click on sponsors, and see these incredible offers for yourself. This episode of the Real ResQ podcast is brought to you by Breeze Eastern, the world's only dedicated helicopter hoist and winch provider. Access, because when lives are at stake and conditions are challenging, clear communication is of the utmost importance. SR3 Rescue Concepts, because you don't know what you don't know. And Versalifts, to be your best, you need to squat your best. Breeze Eastern, they dedicate themselves to our helicopter rescue world. Since the very first helicopter rescue in November of 1945, Breeze Eastern has designed and manufactured superior rescue hoist solutions. While much of the technology and the unique mission requirements have changed over the past 75 years, their commitment to the rescuers, the operators, and those being rescued has not. Contact them today by visiting them at breeze-eastern.com. The Axness PNG wireless ICS system can bring cutting-edge wireless intercommunication system technology to any aircraft. The PNG system can be fully integrated into an existing ICS system or can be carried on and off as a mobile base station. They can go anywhere at any time on any aircraft. Plus, with the strongest and most robust waterproof handheld in the market, this system can take a hit and keep working. Their wireless intercom systems are designed to enhance situational awareness through improved communication capability. This system brings superior noise canceling technology to eliminate rotor wash and engine noise from your ICS. The Axness PNG wireless system is currently deployed in more than 1,800 public safety, air ambulance, and search and rescue aircraft worldwide. I have personally used the Axness system in 4 different countries and on 5 different airframes. It is awesome. If you want more information, contact them today at axness.com. That's AXNES.com. You just make sure you tell them Quinny sent me. SR3 Rescue Concepts is a training company that can help your helicopter training. They train daytime, nighttime, aerial firefighting, hoist, long line, fast rope, rappel, and more. They can assist your program with standardization and safety checks or just an FAA annual refresher. With the certified flight instructor pilots and experienced crew, they are ready to help your agency keep up to date with current techniques, rules, regulations, and equipment. Plus, right now, SR3 is offering 10% off anything in their web store with the promo code, all capital letters, Real ResQ, REALRESQ. Plus, they are offering another 10% from their partners Petzl and their equipment. All you got to do is send an email to info@sr3rescueconcepts.com. Mention this podcast, the Real ResQ podcast, and they'll take care of the rest. And Versalifts. When you're at the gym working on your squats, building your leg strength for the next rescue mission, depth matters. If you're like me, getting below parallel on your squats is tough. Well, allow me to introduce Versalifts heel inserts. These gems have become one of my new favorite accessories in my gym bag. Simply place them into your regular training shoe, either on top or underneath the insole, and bam! You've got a heel lift benefit of a weightlifting shoe, but the comfort and flexibility of your regular trainers. So the next time your workout just has heavy squats, grab your V2 strength inserts. Or how about a run, pull up, push up, air squat, and another run? Grab your V2 endurance inserts. Or my own personal workout of running, clusters, and ring muscle ups. Grab your original V2 inserts and go crush it. Check them out today at vlifts.com or on Instagram at Versalist. And when you're ready to get a few pair of your own, make sure you get your 10% off with the Real ResQ discount code. Squat well, friends. Coming up next, we've got our guest coming to us from Santa Catarina of the southern part of Brazil. And his stories do not disappoint. As a matter of fact, he does kind of everything. He rappels in, takes care of the patients medically, he free falls out of the helicopter, short hauls out, and he's a mechanic, and he's a firefighter. The guy just does it all. These stories are great. You're going to love them. So please welcome our next guest, Mr. Renato Augusto. My name is Jason Quinn. I am United States Coast Guard Rescue Swimmer number 500. These are my rescues and rescues from those of us that put our lives on the line every day so others may live. This is the Real ResQ Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Real ResQ Podcast. Today, I've got a guest which is coming to us from Brazil. And I'm very excited about this because first time anybody's come from us from Brazil. And as a matter of fact, let me just start with his name because I got to make sure I got this right. It's Renato Augusto. Yeah?
Sounds great, man. Sounds great. Renato Augusto.
I love it. I got it. Okay, excellent. Now, Renato is an air tactical crewman. And what that means in Brazil, he's going to get into it a little bit more here in a second. But he is the medically trained personnel on the aircraft. He rappels in, he packages patients, he short hauls them out, he jumps into the water to go save people. He also fixes the aircraft, and from time to time, he'll do an aircraft washing as well.
Yeah.
But buddy,
Yeah.
Dude, welcome to the show, man. I'm excited to have you on and hear what you guys do down in Brazil. So thank you for joining me today. How are you?
I thank you. It's a I'm very happy to be here with you. And since now, I apologize my English, and so talk slowly with me, man. I'm trying to learn more about the English language.
I will do my best, but as everybody knows, like I get very excited about this. So, man,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and you're gonna be like, whoa, slow it down.
Yeah. Okay, we talk about it, and we're gonna do a very great podcast to tell to everybody how we do our service here in Brazil, and specifically in the south of Brazil. I'm very excited to do this.
So where are you exactly at in Brazil?
Okay, I'm living in Santa Catarina, in the state of south of Brazil, and we have two bases. Our corporation is a military corporations. We are firefighter and military from state. It's like I think is like a sheriff, it's like a Miami-Dade, for example.
Oh, okay.
It's like something like this. It's a public service. So we are military firefighters here. And in the south of Brazil, the state of Santa Catarina, we have two bases with two helicopters and 3 airplanes, and to do magic evacuations and to do rescues as well.
And one of the cool things about this, with you and I getting into this conversation, is you're flying on A-stars. And at that, it's A-stars without a hoist.
A-stars.
A-stars. There it is right there. Go ahead, point at it again. Where is it?
Yeah. It's the A-stars.
That is the one you are flying on, minus the hoist.
That is the hoist, but we don't have a hoist yet.
Man, that's awesome. I'm pretty pumped. And actually, the reason that you and I actually connected was I had run across a video of yours where you had gone like rappelling in, and then next thing you're long lining or short hauling the victim and you out. And I was like, oh my gosh, what? And next thing you know, you and I are talking. But before I even get into that one, buddy, if you don't mind, give us a little background about who you are, where you're from, and how the heck did you get into search and rescue?
So in the first beginning, it's my dream to work with aviation as well. Since I was a kid, with 7 years, I draw airplanes every time. I'm I'm playing with airplanes every time, and so like Brazilian people, I do soccer play. So I play soccer in my whole life,
And
and
that would
I've
be
been
football
professional.
for the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's like a football
But
here, but it's
I
soccer.
appreciate yeah, right. I appreciate that for
Yeah,
our American friends, you know, like soccer, okay. For everybody else,
yeah.
it's football.
With 16 years old, I traveled to our big team here, and I turned a professional player here in Brazil.
Wow, good for you.
Until yeah, 5 years I playing in the Brazil, and later I play football, soccer, football. I play
You
soccer
listen, you can
too.
call it football all day long. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about, and that's all that matters right now, just
yeah,
you and me.
yeah, for sure. And so I play soccer until my 21 years old when I stopped it. I play in German too. I play 1 year in soccer in German. So I stopped it,
Like
and
in the country Germany?
yeah, in the country Germany.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, ja, wir muss Deutsch sprechen auch, mein Freund aus Deutschland. Yeah, we can try to remember the German language too. But when I stopped it to play soccer, I want to fly, and I'm very old to fly here in Air Force. To with 23 years old, we are old. You must to start with
What?
16 in air forces. In air forces, with 16 you start your study, and you can maybe turn a pilot, a fight pilot. When I think with 20 years old, you must increase your career in Air Force. So
Wow.
with 23 years old, I'm very old, and so what I'm doing, I'm studying physical educations. We told about
Physical
this,
education. Yeah, we did.
okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm in this area, and later we have when I'm worked in a resort, I saw the helicopter of firefighters department flying above, and what the hell? And so I talk with my friends. What's a helicopter? A red helicopter is doing here? Oh, it's a firefighter helicopter. Ta ta ta. And so um, I would do this. I mean, turn firefighter, military firefighters, and so we must do a course here, a concourse. I don't know if it is like
Yeah,
this
I
in
know.
English. Concourse.
Standard
It's
course,
a lot.
firefighter
It's
course.
lots of proofs and so exercise. And 4 or 5 years later, I I'm deep in aviation since 2016. I'm in rescue aviation in the firefighter department, and I'm love it. Is I'm this is the it is my way of life. It's my lifestyle. It's not my job. Is like you. Is our lifestyle. It's
That's
not
what I'm
your
talking
job.
about.
Yeah, it's our lifestyle. It's not about our job or work or something like this with corporations in price. Is our lifestyle. We wake up thinking about the skies, meteorology, and we talk with others thinking about, oh, maybe we can land over there. If something happens, we can do this. And
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time you are breathing helicopter service aviation, and so this is my lifestyle. As you I with sure, as you like, your life is to lifestyle of a helicopter man, a rescue
Yeah,
man. So this is
totally.
incredible, man. This is a dream happen now. When dream happen come true is like this.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm with you. I can't get enough of this. This is why I have all you guys on, so I can live vicariously through you guys all over the world. It's beautiful. So
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's from our heart. It's not
yeah,
for what the people see. It's from our heart. Our heart.
that's perfect.
Apologize.
That's perfect.
Our heart.
It's a perfect analogy. All right,
Yeah.
man. So I'll tell you what. So now, after you get through all your training, you said 5 years of training to become a firefighter, and then into the helicopter, or it was just
No,
somewhere
no.
around. Okay.
It's like we do 1 year, a year of a tournament and a course to turn a military firefighter. So you go to the bases, to department, to in the trucks, in the engines. You
Okay.
know, you must to have this time to go to the aviation. You must have 3 years in department or 4 years in department with engine, with ambulance, with trucks, with another rescues in land to do later another proofs. Maybe you can be selected to enter in aviation. So
Nice.
it's a little bit hard because we have a lot of people who want to enter in this service, and but it's very great when you can do this with your heart and everything is right. Okay, I done. Was
Love it.
done. Was done.
Love it.
Good
Buddy,
job, soldier.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very good to arrive in the aviation. And so as well we have to do like, must have a 3 or 4 years, must have a rescue swimmer course, rescue swimmer training before go to aviation, because we have a large beaches here, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so
Yeah. Brazil is
we
well
work.
known for your
Yeah,
beaches. Heck
yeah,
yeah.
we work lifeguards too, and this is must have too, aviation. So must have department, must have lifeguard time, must have a lot of another courses with rain courses and so meteorological and everything like this. But it's
Wow.
very good to be here.
Yeah, you have to learn a lot. Okay, so now
It's
after you
like
get through,
it's
oh, go ahead.
it is I think we must to learn a lot. You too. You must to learn a
Well,
lot of things. I think who think that know everything is wrong.
oh
We
yeah,
are
no.
every we are every time learning something, and this is aviation. This makes aviation safe. We don't know everything, never.
No. Got to keep learning. I agree with you on that all day. Yeah. All right, so now once you get qualified, you get all your stuff, you're now in the helicopter. Do you remember your very first rescue?
My first rescue, I don't know if to say like this, is a paraglider.
Okay, yeah,
Paragl-
paraglider.
paraglider falls. Was a
Oh,
paraglider falls, and I think near from here, 30 miles, 30 or 40 miles from here, a little bit more maybe, and is very very close to the sunset. And we don't fly here later. We fly until the sunset because our airport doesn't have signals, night signals, night.
yeah. Like all the lights on the
You know what
runway
means.
and yeah, the
Yeah,
approaches.
we don't know in our base here in Blumenau. We don't. The airport doesn't have this. In Florianopolis, the capital, they have, but here no. And is very very quickly extraction because I'm descending rappel my first time. I'm very nervous because it's in a hill, um, with the beach, with the beach is side by side the beaches, and the man is a little bit bad in the bad. The victim is very bad, but we do our job in, I think, 18. We have 18 minutes to do all this thing, to go back before the sunset. And so we have to do a rappel, and we have I don't know how to say the victim bed, how to say in
Oh,
English.
like a litter or a pet bag
Litter,
or
litter, litter,
litter.
litter.
Okay.
And we have the litter and the put to access the victim, to do the basic life support to the victim and everything in 18 minutes. So we travel 8 minutes. Oh, I have 10 minutes. So we have 10 minutes. I do my job, I think, in 7 minutes. We accomplish it. We finish the service in just time. But we unfortunately we moved to the airport in the last light of day, before the sunset. But it's not like a night, not like a darkness.
Twilight or
But
pinky time. Yeah.
yeah, it's like this. And so is my first rescue was this very nervous, man. Very
Oh
nervous. The
my
time is
gosh,
the
dude.
clock is ticking, and in the radio, hey, the clock is ticking. You have 5 minutes more. Oh, uh, just a minute. I'm doing my best. Just a minute. And
Oh
so
my gosh.
the victim is everything all right with him. Um, but we do extraction with a long line as well. We don't have a hoist, so we do the rappelling
You're
and
repelling, yeah.
do the basic life support, put the victim in the ladder. We do the extraction in the long line. It's like a long line to you. It's like a Maguire technique, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's we talk. We say here is a Maguire technique.
Okay.
We
So
know
the McGuire
that.
rig is and there's a whole bunch of different types of that. You have a belly
Yeah,
band which goes around the
yeah,
aircraft. You have cargo hooks that are underneath. They're now making 2 cargo hooks, so you're dual. But it's
yeah.
all a
It's
long
is
line.
a
It's
a type of,
yeah.
long line. Is everything long line?
And it could be anything. What is yours? Because I know it can be anything between 50, 100, 150, 200 feet of line below the aircraft. So do you know how long yours is?
We don't have a feet here. We work with meters. Is like a
Oh, okay.
40 meters,
40 meters.
of cable.
Nice.
Yeah, 40 meters.
So it's about 120
And
feet,
it's
give
a
or take.
type of Maguire. Yeah, it's a type of Maguire that we use to extract the victim. And the pilot in command, our commander, he likes to fly high with us. And so in distraction, we don't use. I talk with you about this, but we don't use a radio communication. We don't have yet a great radio communication to in between rescue specialists and the crew in the aircraft. So
Wow.
we do the hand signals to do all these things, to do the, oh, it's all right, we can go up, or maintain, or you must fly, go ahead. And is
Wow.
everything with hand signals. And I remember that my arm, the victim is not sleeping, is not too bad,
Oh,
to is conscient, with
conscious.
conscious.
Yep.
Yeah. And I talking with the victim, in the same time going up, and the victim is carrying, and I'm I'm talking, stay calm, everything is going to be all right. and the victim take my arm, and my arm is with them. Okay, I'm just one arm, man.
Oh my
And just
gosh.
yeah, and so but okay, the victim need you in this time, and it's okay, and everything finishes all right, finishes in safety, and we go back to airport in safety too. We do a photo with the first rescue, and
I
and
love
I
it.
must to pay I must to pay a cake here.
Uh,
the first
you
the
got to
first
buy a
time.
cake for a whole crew because it was your first
Yeah,
rescue. Oh, that's
yeah. When
hilarious. I love it.
yeah, here we do every time we do here. Oh, the first rescue, the pilot is the first, make the first rescue. Okay, buy a cake. every every time buy a cake, and this is like a law.
Oh, that I love it. I love that. That's fantastic.
Like it's like a law of us, for us.
Oh, that's oh man, that's great. That is great. All
Yeah.
right, so let me ask you a couple of like kind of detailed questions about this. When you guys rappel in, like for that in particular case, first of all, how high did he fall from the paraglider? Do you know?
I think he is not too high. I think he falls about 20 meters, 30 meters,
20
but it's not a free
meters.
fall. It's not a free fall because we know that paraglider can close,
Yeah,
but even falling is like a parachute.
yeah.
So I don't know if I'm sure that not a free fall. That's a
Okay.
parachuting fall, and he falls in the trees the
Yeah.
first time. The trees is absorbing our rate and our body, and fall in the land
Okay.
be, behind the trees.
So how high do you rappel in? Like, do you remember your altitude?
Okay. We don't use all our cable every time we do the rappelling. We do the
And now
rappelling in
with
the
cable, you're talking the rope that you rappel on, yeah?
yeah, the
Okay.
rope.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the rope.
Nope. Good to go.
The
I just
rope.
want to make sure that I've got this.
Yeah, the rope. Yeah, the cable is like a steel for you, no?
Yeah, cable is the
Yeah,
hoist.
cable
And
is
then
steel.
and
Yeah,
the
is the hoist.
right,
Okay,
which you guys
rope.
don't have right now.
No,
Got it.
no. Maybe one day.
One day. What we're gonna work on
One
that
day,
together, okay?
maybe this year, I think. And we do the rappelling about 20 meters normally. Normally
20
20,
meters rappelling in.
25, 20,
Wow.
20, 25 meters. It's a good height to do the rappelling because it depends of the trees height, how high is the trees. It depends the power. Remember you we are flying the Aster, so we have some limits to respect,
Yep.
and and every rappelling is like a 20-25 meters medium in medium.
Wow. So
So
that's
we
like
do
50
this.
feet. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 50 feet.
50 to 60, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Like 20, 25
something like
meters.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
and
Okay.
and we
So
do this with the same hope that we use to rappelling. We use the same hope to do this
rope.
tracking, but yeah, the rope. But
Rope.
the
Okay.
McGuire technique, we don't use the cargo. We use EOIs, you know.
The rappel rings in the aircraft.
Yeah, rappel
Okay.
rings. Yeah,
Okay.
inside the aircraft, you know, inside the
Yeah.
aircraft we have rappel rings. We use this to do extract.
That's what you connect your McGuire rig to? Is the rappel rings on the inside of the aircraft?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
just this,
That's freaking
just this,
amazing.
just this. We use the two, man. One, I think 120 kilos. The
Wow.
maximum Why in each ring,
It's
120
like
kilos,
250 pounds, give or take.
something like this. And
Yeah.
this
Multiply it
is
by
a
2 times
very
2.2.
yeah yeah, it's like this. And we have a knife as well in the aircraft. It's like
In case you need to
because we
cut
have
away.
yeah, we have a hoist operator with no hoist, like a coordinator, you
Yeah.
know. The hoist
Crew
operator do the
chief
hoist, but
or
yeah, crew chief, uh, um, making close the communications up in the pilot, in the rescue man over there, and
yeah.
when with hand signal, I told to the pilot what we must do, and I do the hand signal for he to say what we must do. We what we're doing over there in the aircraft.
Wow.
So the with him, we have a knife in cases we think is a little bit hard to say, but in cases 2 lives lost, but not 4 lives and the helicopter.
Yeah. No, I get it. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. And
yeah,
now
it's
your
it's a
long line that you're now attaching to the inside of the rappel rings on the inside of the helicopter, that you said is about, you said about what, 40 meters?
40 meters.
So
40 meters.
you rappel into 20 to 25 meters rappel in, so
25.
it's kind of low. And then when you come in
Yeah.
the rig, now you're double that, connect on, and then they're picking you
No,
up and
no,
flying you back.
no. The Hope have 40 meters. Sometimes
Okay.
we use 40 meters. Sometimes we use 25. Sometimes we
Oh,
use, but we don't use 10 meters, for example, because 10 meters we know that we have ground effect. You know,
yes.
the vortex, the rotor, the main rotor
Yep.
acting. So it is very so like 20 meters is the minimum. 20 minutes,
Okay.
20 meters to 40 meters.
Got it. So
Sorry.
you can adjust your spy rig or your long line, your
Yeah,
McGuire
we
rig
adjust.
to whatever
Yeah,
height you want it to, up to
yeah,
40 meters. Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
We it's like a basket.
Yeah.
We have the hope in the bag, and we just
Drop it.
put, yeah, drop it in the point, and that's it, the height of the rappelling. So we have the rappelling, and later we're gonna do the extract. Sometimes we do the extraction with the same height. Sometimes we must do more height. So the
Yeah.
bag, we are free. We are given hope. It's like this. It's strange to say this. It's like a free. The hope is free to do bigger,
Yeah. So you can
to
make the
make
rope
bigger. You know.
longer or
Yeah,
shorter
longer,
based
longer.
on what you
Yeah,
need. Wow.
yeah,
That is
yeah. That's
cool.
it.
All right. And now
And
that in
so we,
particular, hold on real quick, that in particular first rescue, you had like 18 minutes, 10 minutes out, 10 minutes back. There's 20 minutes right there. So you actually don't have that much
yeah,
time. And we're landing
yeah.
in sunset.
Sunset. Yeah, it's like this. It's like
And
this.
you've got the guy
Five.
packaged in you've rappelled in with the
Uh-huh.
litter, packaged the patient, and then they came in to short haul or long
So
line you out.
this is a curious thing. Here we flying in an A-star with 5 people.
In the
We have
A-star?
a in a A-star.
Oh my
We
gosh.
in the rescue with 6 person on board. So we
Wow.
have a
For those that
pilot.
don't know, an A-star is like a really small helicopter. And we
Yeah,
like if it's got like bubble sides, we call it the chipmunk. It's got 3 blades.
Yeah,
The aircraft is amazing, but
3
it's
blades.
small.
It's small. It's very small. It's very small. So we in the rescue situation we have a 6 persons. It's 4 military firefighters and nurse and medic together with us. It's a civilian people. So the pilot and the pilot in command and the co-pilot, you know, and the rescue specialist and the coordinator or hoist operator or I don't know
Crew chief. We'll call him the crew chief.
The crew chief. Yeah, we
Okay.
call the crew chief. So the crew chief, the rescue specialist, and 2 pilots, and medic and nurse civilians. Okay. So we gonna do this rescue. What we do? We land at the beach or at the warm zone. We drop it, medic. We drop it, nurse, and we go to do the rescue. We do the rescue. All are military firefighters on board and in the rescue. We do the extraction, and this victim over there, we carry to nurse and medic in warm zone.
Oh, wow.
And we deliver the victim in the warm zone to medic and nurse to do the basic life support, advanced life support. So what the victim needs, we have, and maybe this victim can be carried in the aircraft. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay with ambulance. It's okay. We deliver to the ambulance support is with us all the time, and the ambulance go to the hospital by land. And if the victim go with aircraft, the rescue specialist stay in the place.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
What?
we must stay. We must stay and expect and hold on. Hey, hold on. 20 minutes over there. We'll be back soon.
Oh
we
my gosh.
We go deliver the victim in the hospital, and we go back to take you and go back to the airport.
Wow.
It's a normal procedure to us. It's a very normal here, but is like this that the things works.
That is
And
incredible.
sometimes we have here in our bases in Blumenau. We have in the city Blumenau, the name of city that we have our base here. We can do the single pilot configuration too. So the change is one pilot is not there. So we do everything is like this with one pilot. But if the victims in this later distraction, if the victims go with aircraft, the rescue specialist is waiting for on the ground, and it's like this. We hoping we staying like this, and you look the clock. Oh, tell me, radio communication. Oh. It's like a kid waiting the Christmas gift.
Don't leave me here, man. Come on, come.
Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here. Sometimes you must to take a person. Hey, maybe you can carry me to the department. You can help me to go to the department. Oh, you here? Yeah, okay.
Oh
Get on the car. Yeah, it's like this, but it's a very special job. It's with purpose. We do this with purpose.
That is awesome. So now you get the victim out of the area, you drop them off to paramedics and nurses. They stabilize the patient, and then you guys fly back to base. Sometimes with the victim, like sometimes not.
Sometimes not.
Wow.
And is very curious that the last year we are the first aeromedical services in Brazil to have full bloody, full. We don't use blood.
You carry full blood with you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Since last year, it's a very very
Successful.
successful.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's 5 years of study to make this happen, and we are the first one in Brazil to carry blood in our aircraft. The blood I told, the total blood, because we
That's
know the blood it's a fractions of blood, but
yeah.
we carry full blood, total blood. I don't
Yeah.
know how to say in
We
English, but
we
it is
actually we call it whole blood.
whole
Or
whole,
is
whole
that
blood.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
whole blood, because our study is based on your way of
Nice.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's great. Good for
and
you guys.
yeah, and we here too. We have a automatic compressor, chest compressor.
Oh, nice. Like a Lucas device or
Yeah,
something.
Lucas device. Yeah, we the first one in Latin America with Lucas device in the third generation.
Yeah.
The Lucas device is very helpful to us. Is It's amazing to work with this device. We increase the people who return after the cardiac arrest, and this is too cool to us because we have the Lucas device, we have a total whole blood, and we have two ultrasonography mobile,
Yeah, the ultrasound stuff. It's the
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
so I'm actually not that familiar with it because I don't use that personally. So
uh,
I'm not going to speak on that. But if you guys have some sort of ultrasonic stuff, freaking good for you.
yeah, yeah, we do, because we have a transit accidents in the highways, and our medics use this device too. Is the first air medical service too in Brazil to use this device like a mobile device. We have the ultrasound device, and we
Yeah.
have a tablet, we have a mobile, a phone,
Yeah.
cell phone, and this is a Wi-Fi connection. And we inside the car collapsed, we can see if the victim is with free blood in your thoracic and abdominal, so and so we
Wow.
capture these images, and we can arrive in a hospital with these images in the emergency, told to another medic who received. Oh, look like this. We have a free blood here, with free blood here in the cave. So it's like this. It's the first one
Wow.
in Brazil. Our battalion is a very cool place to be, because we are very 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 interested to do better. In São Paulo, we have a lot of professionals. In Rio de Janeiro, a lot of professionals, and I think last 2 or 3 years we are working a lot to do better, but not with hoist yet.
We'll get
but
there. We'll
but
get there.
yeah, we get there. We get there because we told we talk with the Goodrich persons and Breeze persons and the companies, and they told that Brazil have a no hoist.
You said like a mechanic or somebody to
Yeah,
install it.
yeah. This is hard, but we don't have much work with hoist. I don't know if you understand. We in USA, I think in electrical places, electrical towers, you can use
You
the
can,
hoist.
yes. Yep.
Here the electrical company don't use hoist. We don't
Got it.
use hoist to to nothing here. So
Got it.
why the hoist is in Brazil? It does make sense. But our companies, our battalions, and search and rescue services, police services, and our medical services was fighting to bring more hoist to Brazil. And first, because it is safest, There's no doubt there. This is safer than Maguire technique, and faster, and faster as well. And it's a professional. It's like a professional job.
Yeah. Well, it's
The
just adding
Maguire.
another tool to the toolbox
We
too.
know we know that Maguire is a professional. We do the professional way as well, but the hoist is more practice, faster, and safer.
Yeah, you
I
get them
think
into the
we
aircraft.
we walk in this direction. That's because we're walking in the direction of a hoist.
Nice. Well, I hope you guys can get it for sure. But before we go too far, like down that road, I would like to talk about another rescue that you had, because you mentioned a few years ago, this is you and I had talked offline a little bit. There were like 3 victims with 2 more rescue swimmers in the summer.
Oh yeah, for sure. This rescue
What?
was eternal for me. It's in my memory every time. It's
Yeah? Yeah, wait, good or bad?
yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah. No, good, good, good.
Oh,
Was good
excellent.
because we use the cargo hook sometimes in the rescue in the sea.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know. It's
let
like
me
a
stop.
basket.
Hold on. Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
Because we use like one victim. We can use the sling.
The
You
sling. Yeah.
call sling
Or
to
the strap.
sling.
Yep. Sling or
Yeah,
strap.
sling the straps. Yeah, we use for one victim the sling. For more victims, we use the basket, rescue basket. It's
Yeah.
like 3, 4, 5 victims. We can maybe 3 because the size of victims we don't know, but 2 or more people in the basket, 1 in the sling. We use this sling. So this time was summer here in Brazil. The beaches are very full of people,
Yep.
and so 3 victims go ahead in the sea, and 2 lifeguards together holding on position and take it to a little bit. It's like a taking off the risk place is like
Oh yeah. Oh, they're getting
a rock.
swept out to sea.
Yeah, and we have a rocks too, a lot of rocks, and so the lifeguards take the victim and taken far away, taken away, and holding, and so the people call us to do this extraction, to do
Okay.
this rescue,
Hold on. I want to make
and
sure that I've got this real quick. They were, as they were floating out, were they floating towards rocks, like floating towards the shoreline on the rocks, and the lifeguards took them away from the rocks out further out to sea?
no. Let's see. The lifeguards are every time in the beaches here,
Yep.
and 3 people goes in the sea,
Yep.
and the waves and everything is like slow, taking
Yeah.
the victims away
Taking them out to sea, away.
out to sea.
Yeah.
And so in this area, we have the beach with sand, and we have mountains and hills with rocks. And the people are going to in direction of rocks too, near of rocks
Holy
with
cow.
waves.
Yeah.
And the lifeguards are doing the service, taking off, and the waves come, and hey, so it's very sad
Yeah.
to ask a call like this, because you go there to solution. You don't go there to one more victim, to
Right.
be one more victim.
Right.
You must to do your job the best way. You are a rescue swimmer, and it's not an option falling and oh, I'm still here too. I can exit from here. I can help you. Let's it's something like let's die together. It's not option here. So so the lifeguards are doing their service and taking off to the waves, taking off to the rocks, and I think we late 8 minutes to arrive in the area, and so I jumped in the area. So we have one victim who is bad. Is a bad. The man is blowing me. Is like we are lost in he, but we stay with him. And the first time we must do 2 times of jump because
from the helicopter.
Because the victims are very big, and one of the victim is a very big person, and I think it's better this way. So I take 2 victims and let one victim with lifeguards in the sea. So I extract the first time 2 victims and I in the helicopter. We
in
strike
the basket,
and
right?
Yeah, in the basket. And remember that our medic and our nurse is in the beach in the warm zone, waiting for the victim. And so we do this. I deliver the victim to the medic, to the nurse in the basket. We put the basket again in the helicopter, and they landed. And I go to the helicopter again, and I jump again to take off the 3 more persons, the 2 lifeguards and 1 victim is better, but okay, it's a very it's very sick. It's sick. The adjective.
Sick.
Very sick. And we take there, and 2 times I'm very, oh man, my power is in the minimum at the end of the operator. Mentally and physically, we are we are a little bit fighting with our power. You know, you have the power. My own. That's the word, my own. And so jump 2 times and take the first time 2 victims, and the second time 3 victims, 2 lifeguards and 1 victim, and very close to the rocks in the middle of waves. And this is a very it's a memory that doesn't I will not lost this memory.
You will never forget.
No, never forget, because it's a very grateful, because when we land in the last basket carry, we see the people in the beach. I think 1,000, 2,000 people, 3,000 people in very close in the area when landed, and they are clapping. They are clapping.
Yes.
At my knees when we landed, at my knees with the basket around me and the victims with the medic. I see the helicopter in front of me, cutting the rotors and so the engine, and we can hear the clapping sound. Man, this is our life. This is amazing. We doing our job. I'm very exhausted. I'm very exhausted, and hear this when after you do a rescue is a gift. Is I don't know how to speak. Is an energy recovering to you.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah. You
our
get
purpose.
rejuvenated. It's all coming back into you and you're like,
Yeah,
yes,
uh,
that just
all
happened and
all
we just got them. Awesome.
yeah, we got them. And it's very hard to our pilots too, because we, in this case, we have strong winds acting in the aircraft. And remember the A-star?
Yeah.
So it's a very hard because we swim to the side and the aircraft go to another side. And I
Yeah.
take the victims and go to the another side. And the helicopters is a little bit later with a delay in the other side, and do this and do this, and it is very stressful. But when ends with clapping, with the people clapping, uh, no words, man. No words.
Oh my
It's life,
gosh.
life. It's a life, the real life happening. It's amazing. It's our blood in our veins. It's like this. It's aviation, rescue aviation, and SAR operation is like a blood in our veins.
Wow. Well done to you and your crew. That is
Oh,
incredible.
for all of us, I know you have histories like this, but this history is very special for me.
So what I find interesting is like you are sitting inside the aircraft when you fly out. You free fall or helocast, whatever you want to call it, jump out of the helicopter into the water, grab the victims, and then they come over with the long line of the basket, and you're putting people in
Yeah,
the basket and picked up long line to then
yeah.
get short hauled over to the
It's not.
beach.
Yeah, it's not like a long line. We have a basket with 12 meters, 12 or 14 meters
Okay.
of line.
Yeah.
It's like a long line, but it's we
Shorter.
call to, yeah, it's shorter. Yeah, and we call to Hellocast.
Yeah.
We, as well, here is calling Hellocast. And I think you can understand that we arrive with 6 person on board,
Yeah.
and we do the jump the first, because we must to take the victim. The victim are needing, they need the rescue.
Yeah.
So we arrive with an Aster, 6 persons on board, 3 meters of the sea, to jump the rescue swimmer. And so when the rescue swimmer stay with the victim, the helicopter turn to the beach, land in the beach, deliver or drop the nurse and the medic,
Yeah.
and equipped in, and we do this fixed in the cargo with the basket to do the rescue. And so they go back and do the rescue, and later we go see if the victim was carried with ambulance or in the aircraft. If you're in the aircraft, I will stay over there, wait
Yeah. Yeah.
for, and
But then you
all
got to go do it again. You got to get back
yeah,
on the aircraft to go out
yeah,
to jump back out into the water. And the
yeah,
craziest part about this to me is that you jump out of the helicopter, you're now free swimming with the victims in the water until the helicopter comes back with the basket.
yeah.
Wow, dude. That's
It's like this.
crazy awesome.
Sometimes the time is longer, sometimes it's faster, but I think it's something like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. You must wait with victims over there. It's very quickly, but I think the time to the victim is longer. 2 minutes to the victim is like a 30,
Yeah, it's
40
like
minutes.
forever.
Forever is like this. And so when do the first time the basket was not decoupled, we do the rescue and in the cargo hook, the
Okay.
basket was in the cargo hook.
So
So
that's
when
the
you
cargo
land
hook is in the belly of the
connected,
aircraft. It's in the underside of the aircraft.
yeah, and
Yep.
the line, the basket line is connected over there. So when you do the first time, you don't disconnect. You still connected, but the hope, we bring the hope to inside the aircraft. We take the basket they put inside the aircraft.
Yeah.
You can see this.
Oh yeah. You get a whole
Yeah,
pile of rope in the inside of the aircraft.
Yeah. We put everything inside the aircraft without disconnect the line, and so the rescue swimmer go seated in the door to do the next jump, and so we do the next jump. So in this time, we are faster because the basket is connected. So we jump, we take the victims, and my crew chief is dropping the basket in the line and positioning the aircraft to extraction.
Wow, man, that is insane. Awesome. Well done.
That's like Rio de Janeiro do like this too. São Paulo do like this too. In the northeast of Brazil do like this too. And one thing that I don't know if I mentioned, but it's a public service. It's all free. It's all of our jobs is for free. It's a public. We have a public services here. And
so just like the U.S. Coast Guard or any of the firefighters, they're a public service, and if somebody's in need, they go out to help. Oh, that's great.
Without cost.
Wow, that's awesome.
We can say this because when you travel to Argentina, we have to pay sometimes if you want to rescue, or even when you go to the mountains with like air jet is a very
Yeah.
We must to pay a life security or etc. But here is a public service.
Brazil is a public service. Outside of Brazil, you might have to pay for it. Yeah, I'll note
it's like this in some places. Yeah, some places is like this.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting of you. I'm waiting you. I'm waiting.
Man, that is incredible. That's awesome. Good for you guys. What a great rescue. 3 lives saved, and then two other lifeguards on that also
2
saved?
lifeguards also saved.
Wow.
Everybody right. Everybody safer and healthier.
Oh my gosh. Buddy, well done. Well done. Now I'm going to step forward. There's another one that I want to talk about. This is the one that I saw on Instagram, which is how you and I got connected. And what I remember on this, and I'm gonna try to get like this back up on Instagram for everybody to see, but you come into this hover and it looks like the middle of a forest. You rappel in through the canopy of the forest, get to the ground, and then all of a sudden you have a really long line to then short haul them out of the trees and to safety. Do you remember the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's I think it's the first rescue in this year. It was in the January. Yeah, it's in the January. In the tourists are practicing trekking and lost, and they did lost it. And so the sunset is arriving, the clock is ticking, and everything again.
Isn't that that's just normal? But it's normal in our world. Oh, hurry up! We got a limited
time. And this time we have 3 victims too, but the 3 victims are with no injuries, but are lost. And if you delay, if you are not fast to do the rescue, the victims are gonna stay in the forest at the night, and so they maybe have injuries. So you must be fast to take out the victims of the forest before the sunset arrive, and until the victims is not with injuries. I don't know if my English is
Yeah.
very well,
No, that
but
makes total
you
sense.
you get okay. And so we have a 3 times rappelling. So 3 times we go. We use 40 meters because we have a high trees over there
Wow. Full
and a
40
small place.
meters. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and we have that's like a basket, man. LeBron James, the
Yeah.
crew chief is LeBron James. It's like Stephen Curry, dropping the bag with the hope in the middle of the trees. And so the pilot was incredible because in static position to do the rappelling,
Rappel.
and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
rappel and distract the victim with we don't know, it's a harness, quickly harness to take the victim.
Okay.
You have, I think you have two in the Coast Guard. It's like
Okay.
triangle,
Oh, the
you know,
triangle seat.
red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, triangle seat. We
So the
use
Coast Guard doesn't use that, but I use that. We use what's known as the CMC hot seat, or
oh
LSC has just come out with another new one that's similar. It's just a vest, air rescue vest.
yeah,
So
we use
yeah.
the triangle seat here
Okay.
and the put in the victim and take off. I think 5 minutes in flight to warm zone, the medic and the nurse waiting for the victim, and we carry all the hope too. I go to the aircraft again and do rappelling again in the same place and take the victim and do the thing too. And the third time we go to the aircraft, and so it's I think we 20 minutes we do all the operation.
Yeah.
In 20 minutes we can do the rappelling 3 times and take the victims before the sunset arrives, and everything okay, the victims with no injuries and something
Oh
like this.
my gosh.
It's the first rescue in this year.
Wow. Man, that is
It's
insane.
it's very cool, and I'm very excited with rescues. I'm very excited. That's why we train. That's
Oh
why we
yeah.
study, we learn. That's why it's so important to study and to learn and to recover and to remember. So that's why we do what we do.
It is amazing. And what, like I said, what you guys are doing down there is just, it's incredible to me. You're coming over that tight spot and just that in particular rescue right there of the 3 victims, and you're sending the rope down through, you're almost, I'm going to call it threading the needle. You're putting it in that tight area, and then boom, you're dropping in a rappel. Next thing you know, you have a
Yeah,
long line,
at
40
the
meters,
second,
120 feet coming
yeah,
in. That's crazy.
yeah, we have a guide hope
Guide rope, like another guide rope.
guy rope. Yeah, a little hope who does swim,
Oh, okay. Oh,
does
yeah, yeah,
swim.
like a weight bag,
Oh,
or like
yeah,
a weighted rope.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the second time we use this because when in distraction we go behind the tree, and
Oh,
I trying to free with hands,
yeah.
and
Push
it's very
off all the
hard.
branches.
Yeah, because it's very hard because the victim is here, is screaming sometimes,
Oh
and
my
you are
gosh.
over there, but it's everything all right. The people understand what to do with the guide and
Yeah.
and and pull, and so okay, and free for fly.
Oh my. So you have somebody connected, like a guideline from the ground connected to you as you come up
Sometimes
through the trees.
we can,
Okay.
yeah. Sometimes
Now,
we
do you disconnect that once you're clear of the trees to fly away? Or do you just
no.
keep it, you just hang it below you?
Yeah, stay with us, because
Oh,
when you arrive in the warm zone, the nurse comes to take the guide and stabilizes
nice.
our land, because we
Yeah.
land very sweet, very easy, and so we don't swing a lot with the guide.
Wow.
The nurse comes or the medic comes and take the guide, and we can land safely.
Oh, that's great. What a good idea. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
like a guide. Yeah, it's a guide to out and a guide to land too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we saw that when you arrive with the victim, the first time the victim is upper of you, because you must arrive first on the ground to absorb the victim. So you are a level under the victim. The victim is here and you are here.
Yeah.
And sometimes we arrived with swinging.
I got you.
Swinging. Yeah,
swinging underneath the helicopter. Yeah.
Yeah, or even a hot blades are doing the job of ground effect, and the guide help us to do better to the victim.
Perfect.
To us too.
What a great idea.
But to the victim. And so you will arrive sweetly and safe. Okay, the victim is on the ground. We disconnect the hope, and over there the chief crew disconnect for aircraft and drop all the hope in the ground.
The full long line you're talking.
Yeah.
Got it.
And without the steel, just the hope, connect, drop, and land in safe, far away from there.
Wow, dude, that is crazy.
Yeah,
man,
it's a little bit different.
Guys make it work. That's for sure. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but we can do this.
So I'll tell you what. You know what? That brings up kind of another question that I've got is gear in general and equipment that you guys use. So you mentioned you use the triangle. You've mentioned you use the litter. What do you use for you guys as rescuemen? Do you have harnesses, helmets, and how does that work with purchase? Because you and I have talked about this a little bit, where you have to buy some of your own equipment, right?
Yeah, sometimes we buy our own equipment, because the equipment sometimes is one time at life,
Yeah.
The equipment is too old, and we know that how important is to use good things in the aviation as well, to save others. And we buy gloves, we buy boots, we buy a knee protector, we buy harnesses with a basic life support bag, with a bag to put your radio, with everything. But the company give to you some things like harnesses, like I don't know how to say, the steel pieces to rappel.
Carabiners.
Carabiners.
Like a figure eight. Is that what you guys use? Is a figure eight? Like the rescue 8?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we use the sportive, sport 8. I don't know how you call we call the sportive and the very bigger, one bigger and one sportive.
Okay.
The sportive is faster, and the bigger is a little bit slower. You can put the two hope on there. I don't know if
nice. Yeah. So you have 2 ropes on the larger figure 8. So a figure 8 is a rescue 8, is for those that don't know.
Yeah.
Just a way to rappel.
Look
it up. If you have a smaller one, it goes a little faster.
The battalion, the company give to us these things, give to us to the flight suite. The flight suite is like a protector clothes to us. It's not a cloth, it's a protection. The helmet that we use is not aviation helmet, is like a helmet that you use in aviation, but it's not like you in the Coast Guard that we have a aviation helmet. In São Paulo we have aviation helmets. In some places we have aviation helmets, but here we are testing the perfect aviation helmets. Why? Because we must to taking off sometimes the rescue specialists descend, arrives in the victim, and he must to take off one of your to talk with victim.
Yeah, one of the earpieces, the ear protection pieces up. I got you.
And we are searching and testing helmets with this configuration that we can take off our protection to bring to our company this helmet, because we must to increase the radio communication between rescue specialists and the crew chief, because it's very important. Hand signals are important, but radio communication is important as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love the AXNES system because that keeps me in ICS communications with the aircraft. There are other ones out there, TrueLink and others, but I mean, just having communication with the aircraft is, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So don't get me wrong, I still use my hand signals, but to be able to talk to somebody up in the air, be like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing?"
Yeah, it's like this. It's true. It's a two-way of speak the same thing.
Yeah.
It's we cannot be wrong, and so two ways to say the same thing can do this safe.
Yeah, agreed. Very much so. Nice. Wow, man. So now, what harnesses are you guys wearing as rescuemen or rescue specialists?
We use sometimes petzl, petzl harnesses, or sometimes we use harnesses from here. A trademark from here is called Conquista. Is a trademark, very 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 powerful here. But it's a common. It's not a harnesses with a full body harness. It's just a harness of seat. It's
just a normal
small
seat harness, just like a rock climbing harness or something. It goes around your waist and around your legs. Nice. Okay.
That's the harness we use. The seat harness, like a climbing.
Perfect. And that's what you guys are rappelling out of the aircraft with to go in.
Yeah.
Dang. Wow, man.
It's like this. And I think in the equipment is like this. The boot is the same boots in the army. Is the same boot in the climbing. Is we can use Salomon. We can use another trademark too. But we must to like a military firefighters. We must to do a standard practice, standard boots, standard. You have the same
Everybody's
things.
got the same pair.
Yeah, it's like a Coast Guard, I think too.
Oh yeah. Not right now, man. Right now I wear a color, and that's about it.
Yeah, no, freedom. Freedom.
Oh,
they call freedom.
Nice. Well, man, this has been extremely informative, and like what you guys are doing in Brazil, man, my hat's off to you guys. You're making it happen. You're doing the job. You're getting it done, and you're finding ways to do it. It's amazing. So thank you for sharing all this stuff with me.
I thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. But
my opportunity to talk with you with my bad English.
Yeah, your English is fantastic, and for anybody that questions that, don't you worry. They're kind of I'll go to them. All right.
Okay.
But
okay.
But is there anything else that you would like to share that you guys do in Brazil that's kind of abnormal or different than some of the other stuff, or that's unique to you guys?
Sometimes I can bring to you sometimes, or the people who do the job that I do can travel to Amazonia to do the forest guard. We have a company here in Brazil called IBAMA, who is the guard of forest, and everything about the wood extraction and about the fire too, the fire forest,
forest fires,
the fire in the forest.
Okay.
And and the IBAMA is the company, is a federal company who cares about the Amazonia, and they call us from companies, from state companies, to do the job over there. But the job over there is a little bit different because it's not a SAR operations. It's like a guard operations. We must to maybe with guns, maybe without guns, maybe we can combat the fire, maybe we can just drop the people who combat the fire, and that's our support in Amazonia. And this occurs every time. This is never stop. This guard of forest never stop. Um, a lot of people talk a lot of things of Amazonia, but this service that I told you
Yeah.
is every time flying about Amazonia to combat, to fight with fire, to fight with wood extraction, illegal,
Yeah.
and that's it. And we are called, asked to do this job over there. We travel to there 15 days, sorry, 15 days or more as well, and do this job. And this is rotative. This is what
Wow.
you go this year, and maybe in 2 years you go again, and maybe 1 year more you go again, or 6 months you go again, and it's
Wow.
something like this
So you guys go in to help fight fires as well, dropping people in the Amazon.
in the forest. Yeah, in
Oh
Amazonia.
my gosh.
It's a very the because here in the south we are very very far away from Amazonia, and so is sometimes 10 hours of travel in the airplane because the
Oh, that's a
connections
long
and
way. Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah, because connections or more, and you stay over there, living maybe with Indian people, maybe in the hotel, small hotels, to do your job. It's a very incredible experience.
Holy cow. Gosh, you guys do a lot.
A lot.
Jeez, oh man. Like,
Sometimes we wash aircraft.
and sometimes you wash an aircraft. Which I also know you're a mechanic as well. So you're also fixing an aircraft on
Yeah,
top
for sure,
of,
man.
oh my
Uh,
gosh.
since
Good for
since
you guys.
2017, I started to study in the maintenance, aircraft maintenance, and in 2019 I checked my first one in the cell. I don't know how you it's airframe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
in the
okay. So you're
airframe. My first check in the airframe,
okay.
and later, and this year I will check motor engine. I don't know
Oh,
how to
motor.
say in
Yeah, you're
English.
gonna so be able
Motor,
to do
yeah,
maintenance on the engine.
yeah. I will able to start my time to do the next check in the to the engines, and later I will think about to study avionics too, because
Oh my gosh, dude.
as a logical, we are searching about a new matching with new aircraft, AC-145,
Oh, very nice.
the
Good for you guys.
Obel 429, or
Nice.
so.
Another nice one.
We don't know yet how what matching, what aircraft we're gonna take, but sometime we're gonna change our Acer to the better, to the bigger, to the I think to the future, to
Wow.
go to
Good
the
for you
future in
guys.
the aircraft.
Yeah.
And I think I must to go to the avionics study to bring this to our battalion when by this aircraft we have acknowledged to work with the.
Man, fantastic. Well done. That's going to be impressive to, like, your resume is extremely impressive just with everything that you do between rescue, maintenance, avionics, and sometimes you wash an aircraft. So
Sometimes. Sometimes
man,
the aircraft flies over the sea, and sometimes the I think it's the Wednesday is the washing day.
oh, Wednesday's a wash
Every
day. All right,
Wednesday,
duly noted.
Wednesday wash day. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Yeah,
Well, man,
man.
listen, I cannot thank you enough for coming on and just one, sharing the stories, and two, like, giving us an idea of what you guys actually do down in Brazil. This has been incredible and very eye-opening for me personally. So thank you for sharing this with me. I appreciate it.
I thank you too much. It's like a dream to talk with you, to bind this way. This networking is so important to us here in Brazil because we learn a lot of your operations with know your requirements and learn about how you work, what we can bring to Brazil, what we can do better here is not word he's not word to say thank you. And in Brazil we have a lot of public service like the the service of my companion of firefighter departments here, and we have a police service. It's like a sheriff's service, and we have the main aeromedical service we have too. And I think is a little bit differences between the companies, but all of companies work very similar, very close.
Yeah, that's awesome. You and I are going to stay in touch because I would love to discuss this further, and I'm hoping that I get to come down and see you. I get to be like hands on with some of the stuff that you guys do down in Brazil. That would be amazing. So we will stay in touch, and we're gonna make something happen. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Well, for sure, man, for sure. I'm expecting you here in July.
Oh, in
If you
July,
come
huh?
in July, in July,
I gotta run that by my wife first, my brother.
you
Come on,
are
man.
you have you have 3 months to do this,
Sir, yes,
and
sir.
I can travel to you too to know you personally and
That'd be
to
great.
know your services and your tournaments and everything what you do is awesome to it's like a real life come true because I know you on the Instagram and I know you in the YouTube, listening because sometimes we don't uh, how I learned English by myself. Sometimes the words is different to me because, but I listen in you. I watch it again too many times, one episode or two, and so I'm with you in YouTube, in Instagram, and now I'm talking with you. This is incredible.
Which is great for me too, man, because you're giving some good perspective of what you guys do, and this is all about the knowledge share. Like you said, there's so much information, and there are so many different ways that people are doing rescue out there, and I love the fact that we can come on here and we're letting people know how it's done. So thank you.
Yeah, we always learning,
Always, never stop learning.
always learning, never stop learning, man.
Dude, I love it.
Too cool.
Hey man, I'll tell you what, we're gonna cut it there, and you have a good night, and I'm gonna see you soon.
Have a good night
3
too.
months?
Have a
You're
season
giving me
too.
3 months? Yeah.
3 months. 3 months. You arriving here at my door,
Okay.
knocking at my
Yeah.
door. Hey Renato, let's do some fly. Let's do some rescue here.
I might make you talk to my wife. Okay, you can convince her.
Okay. Yeah, I talk with him. I talk with she.
Perfect.
But,
Yeah, perfect.
yeah.
I love it. Well, I will see you soon, my friend. And with
I
that,
see you
ladies
soon
and
too.
gentlemen, we are out of here.
Go.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Real ResQ podcast. Please take a minute to like, subscribe, and hit that share button. I'm pulling chocks and taking off, but before I go, if anyone out there has a rescue story they would be willing to share, I would be humbled and honored to have you on as a guest. Or if you have any questions about rescue or anything else we talk about here, send an email to jason@therealresq.com. That's jason at TheRealResQ.com. You can also check us out on our web pages, therealresq.com, our Facebook page, and our Instagram page @TheRealResQ. Again, a special thank you to all of you staying on the watch today. Always remember, when that SAR alarm goes off, those in distress are praying for a miracle. They are going to get you. Until next time, fly safe and swim hard.